Have you ever felt like your body is betraying you? One day you're waking up with energy, maybe even excited about your morning walk or breakfast with your spouse. And then suddenly it's like the switch flips. Your hands are colder, your legs feel heavier, and your desire for connection, for life, for intimacy fades like an old photograph. For many men after 65, this isn't just aging. It's a slow, silent drift into invisibility. I'm Dr. Benjamin Hayes. And if you're feeling like that spark inside you is starting to dim, I want you to know you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not done. Today we're exploring something that might surprise you, a natural science-backed solution that's been sitting in your kitchen cabinet all along. It's simple, it's safe, and for many older men it's been a game changer in restoring energy circulation and even that intimate fire that feels long gone. But first, subscribe to Life After 65 and tell us in the comments where are you watching from. I love seeing how far our community reaches. Because this journey, you don't have to take it alone. Now let's take a closer look at what could be silently holding you back and how one simple change might light you up again. Most men think aging is about wrinkles or losing muscle, but few realize what's happening underneath the surface. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed your hands feel colder these days, or that your energy disappears halfway through the afternoon, even if you haven't done much? This might seem like just getting older, but in reality it's a sign of something deeper, something I call the silent thief of aging: poor circulation. As we pass 65, the tiny blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients to every part of our body begin to shrink. The inner lining of those vessels, what we call the endothelium, loses its ability to produce nitric oxide, which is essential for keeping those vessels relaxed and open. Without that, your blood flow slows, your limbs feel cold, your brain gets foggy, and perhaps most quietly of all, your intimate life starts to feel like a memory. I remember working with a retired carpenter named Frank 69 who came to see me and said, "Doc, I feel like I'm fading out of my own life." His eyes said more than his words. He wasn't just talking about cold feet or tired mornings. He was talking about feeling invisible in his home, in his marriage, even in front of the mirror. And here's the truth. What Frank was feeling wasn't rare. It's common, but it's not final. With better circulation, men experience more energy, stronger performance, and a deeper sense of presence in their lives. It's like turning the lights back on in a dim room. You see, circulation isn't just about blood. It's about vitality. It's your body's signal that it still wants to live fully, to love fully, to be seen. So let me ask, have you noticed this change in your body? Is your energy or intimacy fading in ways you didn't expect? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And keep watching, because next we'll talk about a surprising household staple that could start reversing this invisible decline. It's not magic, it's science, and it might already be in your pantry. You might not expect this, but the simple box of baking soda in your kitchen could be the missing link to restoring better blood flow and vitality after 65. Let's break this down. As men age, the body tends to become more acidic. This isn't about heartburn or digestion, it's about your internal chemistry. Stress, processed foods, and even natural aging cause a shift in your body's pH, making it slightly more acidic over time. Why does that matter? Because when your internal environment becomes more acidic, your blood vessels constrict. They tighten. And when that happens, oxygen and nutrients can't move as freely through your body. Your muscles tire faster. Your brain feels slower. Your intimate energy starts to flicker out. Now here's where baking soda comes in. Baking soda sodium bicarbonate is a natural gentle compound that can help neutralize excess acidity in the body. When taken correctly, it helps to restore balance, allowing blood vessels to relax and open up. That means better circulation, warmer hands and feet, improved energy, and yes, even enhanced intimacy. I worked with a retired Navy officer, Thomas 72. He told me, "I thought my best years were behind me. I was just tired all the time." After we started a carefully monitored baking soda routine, paired with hydration and a few other lifestyle tweaks, he came back weeks later with a grin on his face. "Doc," he said, "I feel like a light's turned back on." This isn't about quick fixes or chasing youth. It's about honoring your body's natural ability to heal with simple tools used wisely. Have you ever tried a natural health remedy like this? Something you didn't expect to work, but it did? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Because in the next part, we're diving into something just as important. What happens if you use baking soda the wrong way? Trust me, you'll want to avoid that. Before you head to the kitchen and stir a spoonful into your water, let me stop you for a moment. Because while baking soda can be a powerful ally, it's not without risks, especially if you don't use it the right way. Let me tell you about Harold 74. A widower and lifelong reader of health blogs, Harold decided to give baking soda a try after seeing a video online. But instead of following proper guidance, he started taking it twice a day, sometimes even mixing it into his meals. Within weeks, he was in my office complaining of bloating, dizziness, and a strange pressure in his chest. After some tests, we realized his sodium levels were out of balance and his blood pressure had spiked dangerously. You see, baking soda isn't just some harmless kitchen powder. It alters your body's pH, affects fluid retention, and adds sodium into your system. For older adults, especially those on medications for high blood pressure or kidney function, that balance is delicate. Too much, too fast, and your heart or kidneys could be under real strain. So this is where wisdom comes in. Yes, your body still has the capacity to heal, to feel energized, to thrive, but it has to be supported with care, with respect. That's why I always emphasize precision. Health isn't about throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's about learning how to listen to your body and how to respond with simple, deliberate action. So if you're taking any medication, especially for blood pressure, or your kidneys, talk to your doctor first. Let them know what you're considering. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Have you ever tried a remedy that backfired on you? Something you read online that didn't go quite as planned? Share in the comments. We can all learn from each other's journey. Up next, I'll show you exactly how to use baking soda safely so you can unlock its benefits without risking your health. One small step, one small shift. That's all it takes. So how do you actually use baking soda safely, especially if you're over 65 and want to support your circulation and overall vitality? It starts with one simple habit. For most healthy older men who aren't on medication for blood pressure or kidney issues, the safest way to begin is this: take 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, stir it into a full glass of water, and drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Not after breakfast, not at night, just once a day in the quiet of the morning when your body is most ready to receive. This gentle routine helps your body rebalance. It supports blood vessel relaxation, encourages better blood flow, and can make a real difference in how warm, clear-headed, and energized you feel throughout the day. But that's not all. You need to pair this with proper hydration. Water is the vehicle that carries nutrients through your bloodstream. Think of it as oil for the engine. Aim to drink small sips of water consistently throughout the day, not all at once. And don't skip patience. Results from natural routines like this one build gradually. But with consistency, the shift becomes noticeable, not just to you, but to the people around you. Let me tell you about Martin, 76, who came into my office after 3 weeks of following this habit. He smiled and said, "I don't know what's happening, Doc, but I'm waking up before the alarm. I'm holding my wife's hand again when we walk. I feel like myself." It's those little things, the warmth, the attention, and the connection that make this journey so worth it. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small health habit you've picked up lately that made a difference in your life? Drop it in the comments. It might just inspire another man watching this to begin. And as we wrap up, there's one more thing I want to share. Because this journey isn't just about circulation, it's about remembering the life still inside you. You may have spent years putting others first: your work, your family, your responsibilities. And somewhere along the way, the signs of slowing down began to surface. Colder hands, shorter breaths, less desire to reach out or be touched. Maybe you didn't even notice it at first, until one day it all felt too quiet. But I'm here to remind you, your story isn't over. What we've talked about today isn't a miracle cure. It's a reminder that your body still wants to feel alive, that with one small shift, a glass of water, a quarter teaspoon of baking soda, a bit of care, you can light a spark again. Not just in your circulation, but in your confidence, your presence, your connection to the people you love. Start with that one small habit, be gentle, be consistent, and most importantly, believe that feeling good again is still possible. If this video spoke to something and you share it with a friend, you never know who needs a little hope today. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and join our Life After 65 community. Leave a comment below what part of this message resonated with you most. Because this space is about more than health tips. It's about reminding each other that growing older doesn't mean growing dim. Your strength doesn't fade with age, it evolves, and so should your habits. Stay warm, stay seen, and keep going. I'm Dr. Benjamin Hayes. I'll see you in the next video.